So, coming on the social space, guys, I've been laughing my AWS off. Why? Because I don't know this banter between a particular Ashes and Sweet Guluva fans. Well, before that, Ashley was on live on the Q app, okay, and it was quite a funny live at the same time. It was I don't know, guys, because initially she was talking somehow. I don't know the pill she needed to swallow, but there was no water. But all thanks to her brand liquid fruits. Okay. Then later she started telling us one kind of story, how cruise is her son and all, but I know it's all cruise. Like it's just Chris and vibes is not real. You know how Chris is her child. She got pregnant at 20, and of course, you guys know that Ashley can be very funny and she's not always very serious. Now, guys, I came on the social space for me to like, okay, tomorrow is the day. Let me see what's going on. Let me see reactions, what's happening, how are people commenting on the live, what are people talking about. And I stumbled on this banter and I'm asking, when is this thing going to end? In fact, I've been laughing at the comments. But if I'm to say one thing, I think that if a fan comes for a particular fan base, I don't think you guys should drag their fave into it because he's really getting out of hand. At the point, I was like, is this an obsession? Like, what is the problem? Because this whole banter, sweet cheese, ashes, is like, oh, we have not moved on. Or this the switches have not moved on and ashes have not moved on. This is my POV. I don't know about yours. This is my POV. And sometimes when I read all those comments, weird comments, it's really I can't help it but to laugh. Of course, that's why it's called social media. I really can't wrap my head around what the problem is. I can't. Now there is this particular fan Atando. Those of you that actually come on the TL, you guys will all be familiar with it. So I didn't like the fact that somebody was trying to drag her with her background. So with her background that she is poor and all, and the young lady was trying to defend herself, and instead of coming for this particular person, she decided to call for Sweet Gulliver instead. And you guys know how the ashes are because if you indirectly come for their fave, they are going to come for your fave. And of course, you guys know that they never liked Akona, so they will make sure they'll drag him, say all sorts of things, which I feel is not okay. Now, tomorrow is the reunion, and they are saying they are going to defend Swiss because some of them are applauding Swiss. Oh, thank you for that eviction because it was a blessing in disguise. According to them, guys, I'm not here to side anybody, please. Like, as neutral as ever, I'm updating what's happening on the social space for those of you who are not on TL, for you to be entertained and be updated, right? Now, Ashes are saying they are going to because Sweet G's are trying to drag them. They said, how can you be dragging us with week 4 evictee, who is one of the most successful housemates from the show? After Kosi, she has left a footprint and she's doing so well. So how can you be dragging week 4 evictee, or how can you be thinking that we have something bad against Swiss? We do not have anything bad against Swiss. Of course, Swiss even did us a favor. In fact, according to this person, it says Swiss did South Africa a favor. Now another person is saying South Africa on the whole. No, he did you guys a favor, according to this person. And like, who knows? Maybe if he had chosen Suku, who knows what would have happened at the end of the day. But I just feel if it's your time, it's your time. Nobody's going to stop you. I believe it's her time. Okay, I believe it's Ashley's time because going through her IG now, I've seen a lot of posts. There's this one she posted, Power of a Praying Woman. I know I've read that book sometime. Power of a Praying Woman. Had to be a powerful woman and all of that. So, she was talking about the resources, the things that you pray to God for that you already have. I hope you're going to ask for the wisdom to be able to sustain, because one thing is for you to get, another thing is sustainability. Will you be able to sustain it for a long time or for the long run, the longest run? Let me put it like that. Okay. Yeah. So, some of those quotes kind of like refreshing. It also always reminds her that it's not of him that runneth or will, but it's of God that showeth mercy. Like my slogan, I always say, "It's God that blesses a man." It's not about what you put in. It's not about your efforts. It's not about what stuff you're made of. If God want to bless you, He's gonna go out of his way to bless you, to make sure that you're blessed. So even if Swiss had done that, taking that decision, which we know was very difficult for him to do at that point, but now, guys, is a kind of like a blessing in disguise. And God, in His infinite mercy, actually blessed her with very beautiful, dedicated, loyal, and consistent fan base who are there to always help, who are there to always promote her. Now, let's look at what Ashley said. After getting what you prayed for, pray for discipline to keep it and wisdom to multiply it. You know, when they were saying, "Oh, January, these people are going to move on," she said, "Of course, the resources that I have gotten from my people is not left for me to use it wisely." Yeah, at the end of the day, it's for me to use it wisely. So trying to still make the ashes hate sweets, they are not doing that at the end of the day anymore. Because they feel like, man, this disappointment was a blessing in disguise. Very, very massive blessing in disguise, because I think that he did actually highlighted her, put her out there, and people saw that this was a cruel thing to do to someone on the show, and that attracted lots of fans, lots of what do we even call them, arisers at the end of the day. So trying to bring sweets in the picture or making the ashes drag sweets, they said they are not going to do that. If I'm going to be reading out a comment where somebody said, "I am never going to do that tomorrow," because they are ready. We Ash is not going to be there. Jared, Elsie, Mpumi, Sinaye, and I think one of the housemates also is not going to be there. But the ones that are going to be there, I think they are ready to drag a corner by whatever. One thing I have to say is that, please, in as much as you're having your fun band, leave the faves out of it, because it's not nice most times when we see some of the write-ups on the TL. We are defending Swiss Sunday. He did well for my baby Ashley. She's winning, and you tagging Barnes not to work with her. The show off with her, Cherry with a new car, and honored with the Global Award at China. Face of the Beautiful by and the Dancing Colors, whatever, whatever, whatever. A lot of things. So sometimes when you feel I'm doing this person bad, God is actually by the corner laughing at you. I'm like, are you for real? Are you for real? So I think is it just grace at work, whether it was a very tough decision for Swiss, whether Swiss did it because he wanted to get Ash out of the way, he felt she's not my person, I don't like her, and you don't know that you're pushing her out there for her not to succeed. God actually opened doors and said, "My daughter, you need to succeed at the end of the day." So please, I think we need to start moving on from all of this, because what I'm really seeing on the TL this evening, and the insult on Tando is bad. It's not okay, because you can't be dragging. These are all things we do on the social space, just on the TL. I don't think is nice bringing in people's family background, whatever, into the picture. It doesn't make sense. You can drag them with whatever, but bringing people who are not part of the whole whatever going on, it doesn't make sense. You can talk to the person directly, other than, because I was also seeing some weird comments. Sweetguluva is moving around begging. His mom was already in the DMs of married men. Like, sometimes the kind of things I see, and I'm like, is this just normal bands from the show, or is there anything personal? Is there anything personal? It doesn't make sense to me, guys. At Ashes, we need him to give us his account number. We want to send him something. We are sorry we didn't get it that day that he did goodbye evicting our baby. Imagine her not being weak for evicting yo. No, but seriously, I think I'm saying this season six that is coming. Choose your fave wisely and try to understand that this is a reality TV show. You just need to be entertained and take everything with a pinch of salt. Stop attaching so much. Like I tell people, don't stop attaching so much to things. Some things are just for the fun of it, just for cruise. Stop. like the way people go so deep on this show, on this housemates, like it doesn't make sense at the end of the day, guys. No, it doesn't make sense because you can't be dragging someone you barely know from anywhere. Okay, you just saw them on your screen and you felt like, oh, I don't like this person, and you want to. It doesn't make sense. Honestly, if you're doubting me, for those of you that are on the TL, you can just go to the TL and see the bands going on between the ashes and the like they are calling sweetguluva, whatever. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, but let's keep our fingers crossed and see what happens tomorrow. Okay, share your thoughts in the comment section. And what do you guys feel about all of these bands? Like, I'm really getting tired now. You guys should move on already, please. It's almost going to a year. Yeah, and thank God the two parties are doing so well. And who knows, tomorrow they might actually reunite. And what are you guys going to do? Okay, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Good night.